Hi, welcome to a Minute of Inspiration. We are talking about trade-offs. I hear a lot of times, and very successful people at that, talking about that if you have to reach from point A to B, you have to make certain compromises. There has to be a price to pay for success, or there has to be a price to pay for this level of success, and you must be willing to pay it. I have always detested this conversation. Not that I don't understand it. I absolutely logically understand it, that if I'm going to focus on a particular thing, then I might not be able to focus on the B thing, and as a result I have a price to pay, and that price to pay we refer to as a trade-off or a compromise. I come up from a school of thought where I believe that it isn't essential to compromise. Because in my mind, compromise is not a solution. Compromise is a compromise. How can I say that I would live a great life and become very successful but pay the price of having not so good relationships? How can I say that I'll be extremely successful in my work but pay the price of not spending enough time with my family? How can I say that I will have an extremely successful family on the other hand but pay the price of not having enough money to feed them? So I don't believe in these trade-offs. I don't think compromises are essential. I think compromises are basically that we have accepted as a belief system that if I have to get something, it has to be at the cost of another thing. If I have to win, for example, it has to be at the cost of another person losing. If I have to reach a successful life, it has to be at the cost of certain A, B, and C relationships. I really don't think it's essential. I think it's a purely belief system and it needs to be shattered. The reason is that compromise is not a solution, it's a compromise. Why a compromise with life? We have one life, you have one life, I have one life. We aren't here to compromise, we are here to live it. And we are here to live the quality of our relationships, the quality of our work, the quality of our health, the quality of our nature, the beauty and the goodness. All of it is meant to be enjoyed, not one aspect of it versus the other. But if we accept this mindset of a trade-off, then it's very easy to reason it in our minds that the reason I'm not able to enjoy A, B, or C is because I'm focusing on D, E, and F. Can we move from this intention that we call focus, right, that I have to focus on A and focus on B, to something slightly different, which is to pay attention? Now, paying attention doesn't mean by seclusion, right? In school and colleges, we are taught that paying attention is if you've got to study a book, you must not look out of the window. But paying attention at the root of it generally means the ability to be able to see everything. And it's possible if we keep this belief aside that there is an inability to move forward without a trade-off. I think it's absolutely possible to move without a trade-off. Of course, in situational things you might trade off one versus the other. But as a principle in life, I truly really believe that one mustn't have to compromise. You like something, there is a way of life that attracts you, which is family plus relationships plus health plus spirituality plus your travel plus your hobby. And I think that it's absolutely vital for you to be able to enjoy life. It's absolutely vital that we don't compromise. Because when we compromise, right, you might achieve a temporary success, but sooner or later you're faced with the question, what the hell have I done with my life? And if you haven't asked that now, you might ask it in 10 years from now or 20 years from now. But why create a foundation for that question when you can absolutely enjoy everything? Now, the problem or the root of this lies in our belief system. I have come to believe, for example, that A, B, or C, a success in A, B, or C is more important and D, E, F can have later. Can this mindset go? Because life is not just A, B, C or D, E, F. Life is total, it's complete. And to be able to live it, why do we live it in parts? There doesn't need to be a trade-off. Absolutely everything can be merged, should be merged. It's only a matter of a change in belief system. And I believe that change is not difficult. It's just a simple change in mindset of telling yourself that I will move from a position of trading off on everything to a position where I would say I now have to find a solution to not compromise. And when I start thinking like that, when I start orienting myself like that, is when I'm able to find the solutions which are actually not compromising, but they're actually win-win kind of a solution. Right? So I hope that you will be on the other side, make an attempt to, and if you do struggle with it, do feel free to write to me or post a comment here, and I will definitely reply back with a positive solution. See you again. Goodbye.